Hello everyone, Fatty from Pack-a-Punch Traders here. This video lesson is going to be a little different. I'm just going to go over how to set up StreeSmart Edge for anyone who's not familiar with it. And most scanners or most softwares, they have like similar names and whatnot, so not going to be the exact same, but you could get the idea. So I already have mine set up here. I have a main one. This is where I just look at my tickers. I have the different time frames that I want to check out, and I'll just go through it up top. This is the order box here. It also has the level 2, which is very important, also known as market depth. So that's crucial to trading, as well as just information on the company. I want to see the float, shares outstanding, market cap. That's usually the main three that I want to look at, and not enough room for the way I like it set up. I could have a smaller chart, but on the bottom here I leave the news and I just pull it up real quick, check out the news, whatever it is, and I just put it back. So that is that one. Let me see here a moment. Okay, so and then I have this one for my scanners. I'll get into that too. How to pull those up. And this one I have just for my spreadsheets. I take a bunch of screenshots of all the tickers that I'm tracking. So this one I have just for screenshots. Let's get into this. So if you go up here to the top, I know at first, when you first download it, it probably has a bunch of things loaded already. It will be overwhelming. Just exit out of it. Just cancel it all if you need. How I set mine up, the ones that I had there. So the all-in-one tool, that's going to be the order box with the level 2 and time and sales. And you can set this up however you want, wherever you want it, however big you want it, whatever you need. So I usually have that to the right, like you saw. See a little bit more there. And then you definitely need the chart. That's for sure important. We'll get into putting all the time frames and indicators and whatnot in a moment. Next up, we also need research. That's all the background information that I want on the company. Just need a little small window since I just need a small part. Just kind of see the sector that it's in, float, and the market cap. So I usually fit that in right there. And I like to expand this chart a lot. I like it pretty big. And then I'll throw in news right there. And then there's other things that you could throw on as well. I usually just have it set up like that. But then if you go through it, you could have your watch list set to the side, maybe. If you don't want, say you don't want the research part, have your watch list just set to the side. And you could keep an eye on all the other tickers while you're watching your play here. That's also something you could do. Set it up however you feel comfortable. But those are the main ones that I go through when I have it on my chart. Just the chart, the news, research, and the all-in-one tool. Probably are other things here that I honestly haven't even checked out myself. Like I don't even know what this is here. Okay, so it just has everything kind of in one area. Okay, neat. Not for me. But yeah, so I'll just throwing that out there. See how I have mine set up. I don't have much else here. But what else is there? I want to bring this lower. We'll get into the time frames. That all is going to be in the settings here, or in the indicators as well. I typically like to put, where are we at? I like to know the last close. We'll add that there. I need to know the volume. That's extremely important. I always say volume is king. Where's VWAP? VWAP, VWAP. Why am I blanking? Volume weighted average price right there. And that's typically what I have. There's all these other things I don't even know any of them. I like to keep my trading simple and not overcomplicate things. So that's how I usually have it set up. And this, the first one here, you could also change it. Double click, go to the chart type, throw in the 1 minute, and there it is set up right there. And I usually just maneuver through. I usually click this. You could use your mouse, just scroll back and forth. I don't know why I typically just use the bottom part that they offer. But yeah, and then you could add different time frames. You go up top and you could label them. If you double click. So it's the other one I have. The other one is 1 minute, and this one, if I want a 5 minute, go to the chart type. The exhausting part is that it is reset every time, so I have to go put my indicators each time under the studies tab. And then under settings, usually it's set pretty well. I don't really mess with anything. Let me just go through here. See, like this is one thing that it depends what you're looking at. I typically have things from the previous close. I want the price, whether it's up or down, green or red, based off the open previous close, not the open price. Let's see, do I have to show anything else? It has after hours. Sometimes these aren't checked off, so I like to have pre-market and after hours set. That seems pretty good for me there. Draw here, this is where you could put all your lines up and whatnot. So they make it pretty simple. And a nice reversal here. That's a beautiful play. Nice. Arrows, whatever you need, support lines. So I feel like they make it pretty simple. Like my buddy Jared, the other pack a punch trader here, he prefers Thinkorswim. Whatever works, whatever makes you more comfortable. This one I found it. I just like the way everything's set up here. Seems to me just clean and clear. He sees it differently. He thinks this is garbage, but you know, whatever works for you. But I feel like this is just going to be a quick lesson, just going over just a few things, just how I set it up. And then I also have scanners. Where are we at? All plain here. Then you go to the launch tools up top. And where are we at? Screener plus. Yes, okay. And here, this is where I get my plays. As you can see, I already have mine set up here. Got the couple that I have for different patterns. This is for late day. This is for early in the morning. And this is just a more broader one, just to get a gauge of the market, what's moving and whatnot. So less requirements for this one. And as we get throughout the day, it's more refined. And that you just go to the criteria up here. And they already have a few set up for you. Top 10 with volume, but these are all bigger, so you could always go to the criteria and adjust it accordingly to what you like. Let's see here, I'll do it. Let me just start a new one, the way I would do mine. So, and once again, you could label these, you just double click. We'll call this top percent gainers. Okay, so got that labeled. I like to keep things simple. This isn't going to be a whole review of how I set things up, but I'll leave that for another time. But I like to keep the market cap small. You could adjust it. That's 400 million. And then, so I want everything less than that, or up to 400 or less. Exchanges, all NASDAQ. If you want OTC specifically, you know, you can check those off accordingly to what you want. I like the NASDAQs. Okay, perfect. What's next? What's next? Last trade. This is where, just the price instead of last price, last trade. Here we are. I want it. greater than or equal to $1. As I say, I like to trade stocks at least $1, and the highest I like to go to is $15 here. And sometimes I'll push it a little more. And this one, it would be a broader one. So this one would be something I would put $30. And this one, I want it less than or equal to, and we leave it like that. Here we need to go over volume. That's extremely important. There we are. Starting in the morning, I want it more. This pre-market, I'm looking for at least 1 million. Oh my god, why can I not? I'm like losing it in the zeros. Okay. So yeah. So there's that. And then last thing, I think there's only one more thing left. I go to the percent change under price performance, and I really ignore everything else. I keep it really simple. Percent change, I want it up at least 15% on the day. I want there already be some eyes in there, some shorts already looking at it for a potential short and betting out against it, for potential failure to break down in a short squeeze. So I need there to be a little bump in price, and I need there to be eyes. So I need a lot of volume as well. I like it to be between a certain price range where I'm comfortable trading. I'm just not that comfortable with the cheaper ones for some reason. Sometimes I'll trade them, but I like it at least $1. But yeah, and then the market cap, keep it small. Let's see what the results are. Is it pretty similar? And I usually adjust by volume. And this was a top play. This was a top play today. Okay. And compare it to. Yeah, there's way more here. I don't know what I did differently. Oh, I put 10, not 15. Okay. So yeah, once I change that to 10, it'll be different. But yeah, so that is pretty much how I set up my scanners too. This is how I define my stocks. Early in the morning, this is what I'm looking at. As we can see, these are some decent runners on the day. Yeah, Moxie was a nice spiker. Haven't checked out S&P. ADN, that was a nice play today. I traded that. But yeah, so, oh, and it's holding up. Wow, this could be a potential high daybreak. I don't know. We'll see. That's holding up nicely. Holding the breakout level over the mid threes here. Solid volume. Not much overhead resistance with the volume. This thing could move probably. But yeah, so back to the setup here, and you change the top. So yeah, and you just click through. I feel like it's pretty simple. I bet at first it's very overwhelming, especially if you're using another platform and you're really used to something else. So just click through it. There's a bunch of other tutorials on there online. I'll probably get into it more, probably from the actual broker. But it is pretty simple. Everything you need is going to be in the launch tools here. Click whatever you need, size it accordingly where you want it. You could, I don't know how many of these you can have, honestly, but I know you're limited with the amount of charts you could have up. I think it's like 5. And then the news, you can only have a few. Like there is a certain amount. I don't even know because I don't even have that many scanners or charts or anything. I just keep it simple. I got 3 main things that I use, and that's really all it is. So I hope this was useful to anyone out there who is maybe using StreeSmart Edge. But yeah, or as well, going over my scanners. If you're looking how we find our trades, where we find our tickers, this is how we find them. This is setting us up to find the best short squeezes, put us in a position to be at the right place at the right time as well. So very nice, very nice. I think that's kind of it. So I hope this was useful. Please like, and subscribe to our channel. We'll have another video lesson later, just going over the daily review of the day and my trades in total. Besides that, follow our Twitter at Pack-a-Punch Traders. Good information there. Update the watch list daily there, and put out alerts for any trades midday or whatnot. What's happening. As well as check us out on tradecaster.com. We're on there doing live streams every single day. I'm about to do one at 2:30. I'm gonna make a watch list live and review the day as well. So if you're seeing this in time, check us out there. Besides that, I hope you liked this and this was useful, and we'll catch you guys later.